kind of trying to like always trying to remember that. Oh, fuck. You know, there are some things that like I almost there's no way for me to not take for granted in a way, if you know what I mean, because it just that's all I've ever really known. Besides seeing what my friends had to go through, some of them. Like for example, one of my friends, both his parents were, and don't get me wrong, his mom was super nice, especially to me. Like she was super friendly, and I would have never known anything otherwise. But like for example, I remember going there, and the sister ran into the room and basically was like, I'm gonna sneak you out of here because the parents are having a full-blown fight. And basically the mom was pissed off at the dad, kicked him in the nuts, and then as I came out of the room, I saw him kick her in the crotch, and then she started yelling at him saying, you fucking idiot, I don't have balls, or something like that. And then as I'm walking down the stairs, a chair flies through the window, shatters the window, and then the sister took me home. Like those kind of like, there's definitely areas where I was in those situations, but to me those are almost like, looking back, that's almost just becomes like a story, right? Like it had like some impact, but not like a lot, and it's not something I had to like live with. So to me, it's kind of like a me looking from a window. So there's no way I'd ever be able to kind of like comprehend having to like deal with something like that. My parents just don't support anything I do. I'm always the bad guy. I have a job, I work hard, but they complain about me. I'm trying to get a better job, and they complain about it. If you do not have to answer this out of curiosity, how old are you? Again, no pressure if you do not want to answer that. I'm twisted, but they treat you like you're 14. Yeah, that's rough. And expensive. Are you in an expensive area? Or like it's just not feasible to move out? Wait, do you have a kid? You have a son? I'm trying to remember. I had to move back with him because I became a single day every. Yeah, okay, yeah, alright, yeah. I was trying to remember the conversations. Coming back to me. Yeah, I don't know, that's really rough. I was gonna say, like, and I'm sure, like, this is probably, you've already done this, right? You've already tried to get away. But I remember, like, one of my friends dealing with abusive, and he couldn't afford a home, and it basically came down to, he'd rather, friend's a strong word, acquaintance, but I just remember having, like, a heart-to-heart, and how, basically lived off, like, craft dinner and, like, kimchi, just so he could get away from his parents, and eventually worked out because he started gaining more confidence and whatnot, but he also didn't have another person to look after. That would have been impossible for him otherwise if he had a kid. But from what I remember, you have a really good relationship with your kid, right? You everything you do goes toward, basically goes for the kid, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which is nice to hear. And probably more so. Again, I'm totally Probably more so because you know what it feels like not having that, right? So you want him to have that. It's kind of like I worry because like I think about for my dad is very 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 cheap, like incredibly cheap. Still love him. We get along just great, but there's a reason I had to move out and like pronto. Um, but we still like yeah still get along and whatnot. So it's like for me, if I have kids, I have to be so careful not to spoil because I do not want to do the flip side of what my dad is, but that's just kind of like I think a lot of times is what happens, right? We want to provide the things that we never got. But for me, it was my mom. My mom was the one who kind of got. She's the one that got me the stuff that I got to play with and have. You always resent your parents? Yeah, to a certain degree. Like, I was very fortunate because like my dad. Like there's so many things like I think that's why for me at least I feel like I have a decent head on my shoulders is because I did have the cheapness from my dad, but then my mom gave us basically enough, like any more I would have been spoiled kind of thing like that to like balance it out. So there's things that like I developed patience because I wasn't getting everything handed to me. I had to wait for my birthday to get something. I had to wait for Christmas to get something. I never got anything in between. But at the same time, I did get stuff. So, whereas I know people that didn't. So, yeah, I feel very fortunate because it's like, for me at least, I find like with my life, I definitely had hardships. I definitely had my lows or whatever like that. But I was given the tools and the space kind of to be able to rebuild, whereas I look at some of my friends or some of my like old friends that I haven't seen forever. I'm curious of how they turned out, but like when they got broken down, there was none of that rebuilding. Yes, we learned to overcome where things were lacking as we grow up. Yeah, me too. My dad was a hardcore Christian when he got out of prison. Go figure. Honestly, I feel like I suffered it more than benefited. Yeah. Still hardcore Christian. I could never... See, and that's funny because it's like my dad had like hardcore religion put into him. And then he's not reversed. He's not the opposite, but and my mom was too. And so both of them hated church, hated being forced into it. They don't practice anything, but do believe in it. But they were like, "We're never putting you into a church." Like, so I don't think I've ever seen the inside of a church in my life, because they didn't want me to remotely have that feeling. But I was still like taught about God and all that kind of jazz. It's fucking ridiculous. Pray to the imaginary fairy in the sky and thank her for your shitty fucking life. Yeah. It's like, and I think now my dad's not much of a believer, if any. But my mom still is. It definitely gives her comfort, I would say. Pray to your imaginary fairy. Sorry, am I getting too heavy? Honestly, it doesn't really feel like it's like I honestly don't mind talking about this kind of stuff here and there too. I don't know. To me, it's always just like it's a nice like, not nice. I should say it's a wrong word, but I don't know. Sometimes it's just good to talk about it. Sometimes it can be like a wrong time, but like we're not talking about anything else, right? So you're not like kind of like inputting yourself and like bringing down like a woo-woo chat kind of thing, right? Yeah, a bit of reality doesn't hurt, exactly. And it's more of a conversation, right? It's no one's trying to push anyone's ideas onto anyone else. Mage cap. But I do hope yeah, you said you're trying to get a better job too. What do you do now, and what is it you're trying to get into? I don't mean to get too serious, but I'm experiencing suicide ideation for a long term, and it's been way worse recently. I can't do it to my son. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I never know how to answer it. Because again, I can't put myself into someone else's mind. But to me, it's just like it's a very what's the word? Permanent solution. But yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I just like I could go into a very long discussion about my thoughts on it and how I've talked about it with people in the past, but I think it could probably get maybe too heavy. And probably come across sound like an idiot because it's not a conversation I'm prepared for. I'm a mail carrier. I'm trying to be a train conductor, almost double pay. Mail carriers that's a rough business. I deal with them every day, and honestly, none of them are happy with it. The only one that I think was kind of decently happy was UPS. So I think they get paid more. At least no, I think they do in the States too. I can't remember. Yeah, it's helping a carrier. Incredibly thankless job. And it's non-stop, insanely ridiculous expectations. Yeah, like hearing it from some of the carriers, I'm like, my god. And depending on the area you are, it's like you're either fucking freezing or overheated because there's the internal AC and stuff like that. It's just garbage. And you gotta wear your uniform. A lot of overtime. So if you want the money, it's great, but then it's like it also eats into your day. Your sister loved being a mail carrier. It really depends on. I think it's gotten worse now, but I think it also depends on the area you are.
I successfully recovered.
Oh, you're still trying? Oh shit! I thought you got it.
No, I got it, and then I went halfway, and then I died, and then I finally got it back. But on a bright side-ish, the mist lands. I think we might need to take a boat if we want to go like to the right here. And we have a boat already sort of sitting there on the right side. Yeah,
okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. I love the job, the management, and the customers are the problem.
Far, but we do have a boat like.
Yeah, see, the thing is, it's not like one of those jobs where it's just gonna always suck. It could be much better, but like you said, I think customers and some people don't. Do you have to deal with the customers too much? But it's more the management, like hearing the flip flopping that the management has, and I think that's with a lot of businesses. But, like, some of the guys in my area don't work for like 12. They work 12 hours a day. But they're supposed to only work for 8. And sometimes it's like 15, 16. And I know in some businesses that's like common, but it's like, you know, you got families, you got, you know, you want to do things on your own too, not have to be delivering packages. Have a good lurk. Thank you so much for the lurk. 12 to 14 hours is not uncommon. Yeah. And a lot of it comes down to like 12. You know, sometimes you'll be like, you think you're going to get off early, but then now you have to help someone else's delivery. And, or like you're supposed to go help someone else, and then that's going to be another time. Or for us, we have a very annoying bridge that they have to deal with. So if it's like, if that gets an accident, there you go. That's another fucking 3 hours to your shift. So you can't like plan your life around it. Alright, I'm on the boat.
Okay, sorry. I was just checking something. Someone said, when I joined in last Tuesday, you were still body recovering.
Oh, still what?
It was body, like, recovering my body again then, too.
Oh. I think that was a different streamer. No. I think...
Yeah,
yeah.
I almost never die.
Yeah.
Oh
Lils is the final boss.
Yeah, I'm so strong. Kaz doesn't teach me how to play. I teach Kaz how to play.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even play. I just follow. They straight up trying to punish you for having a family.
Not me going, Kaz, is there anything I should do?
I put in, he finally gave me a little leeway. I did reveal some personal issues soon, which...
Different person.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Right now I'm taking a management course, and to me, I think it's a great course, but I just like, to me, I'm like, I don't know. A lot of stuff should be just no-brainers. But it's amazing how many managers really need like a check to reality for some of that stuff. Like I've had some managers get, like I remember he was so focused on the job that when one of our staff members' families passed away, when she couldn't come back for after a month because she was too upset, I remember his exact words was she was milking it. Like that's how focused he was on the job. Like there's just some, yeah, I don't know. There's like, oh man, it really irritates me how many people could be their managers that are in that position and they're just so focused on the work. And like deadlines. I'm sure they're getting hounded too by someone above them, but then it's the same thing. It's like a repeat of like all these different managements going up the corporate ladder that just think about the bottom line and forget that you're dealing with lives. It's kind of like I used to do scheduling, and a lot of the people who did the schedules would treat it kind of like a Sudoku puzzle. It's like you're just trying to fill in the blanks and just have people there so that the business can run. But like to me doing it, it was like, okay, I could put Jim here, but I know Jim has his son's baseball game that he wants to go to. So I'm going to try and make sure Jim has Thursday nights off. Like it's like it takes a bit longer, but if you make people happy, you're going to get way better results in my opinion from people. And it also feels good too. I've been threatened with discipline, and my boss tell me I could be fired at any time, which isn't true, all because I missed about 2 weeks in the last 6 months. I provide doctor's notes for all the absence, and my son has had seizures. I don't know what do, you know? Sorry for the long message. My son having seizures also manufacturing me stopping belief in God. Yeah, I would imagine so too. I could see why you'd stop. Seizures are brutal too. How does he get really bad ones? It's a yeah. Not to be a downer on it, but yeah, it's a huge effect. They're just really scary, yeah. That's me. Just keep an eye on them, yeah. No, yeah. You just have to like watch, right? I could not imagine that as a parent. Like I already think about like, ugh. I want kids so bad, but the stuff like that scares the shit out of me. There's a part of me that just worries I'm gonna be a helicopter pilot. Not in like every function, but more of like I'm gonna let them do stuff, but I'm gonna be stressing out at home. Like I just have this feeling, like yeah, go party, go do this, go that. Meanwhile, I'm a fucking nervous wreck at home. So I just think about all like I feel like I haven't been a complete dumbass in my life. There are definitely some moments where I'm like, my God, I was riding a line there. Like very few, but there is enough that I think back and it's like, and then that's like, if my kid, and sometimes all it takes is like one bad friend, one bad group. And it's like, will my kid talk to me too? Because like for whatever reason I talked with my mom with everything. Like any problem I had, I felt very like inclined for the most part. Actually, I wouldn't say everything, because I think when you're kids, because you don't know a whole lot, you assume that you are in a very yeah, we got some dwarves. I'll definitely build a portal in case we die, but
build a portal in case we die.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
But we do think we're like in this unique situation, this unique word that whatever happens happened to us has never happened to anyone else. Yet, our parents have gone through shit too. Like, if you do have parents that will talk, use them. They're like an incredibly valuable tool. Don't be carbon copies, because none of us are perfect and we all can like grow from everything, but I think of all the stupid things I should have done. I just hope I can provide him with enough property to let him know he can always talk about me. Yeah. And it's just like, that's going to be something I'm going to try to drill into them. Like, try to do my best to not...
Because I for sure don't have anything.
Yeah, I think might have to build it up here.
Okay. Does it even look like there's dwarves in?
Oh, wait. Yeah, I see one. Even that? Alright, I'll wait. Pardon me.
Oh, I see one too. Just one? Oh no, there's a mage in here.
Down here. Alright, so what do we have? We got no star. And okay, so we probably want to take out the mage first, because he would one-shot us with a big blast. Wait, is there any in the water swimming around? No. Alright. We betrayed this guy. Onwards!
It's working.
Ooh, Jesus. He's got ice arrows. Then get
I
out of
realized
here,
I
brother.
counted
Thank you for that
down,
event. Sorry for
and
being that chatter.
you
You
did not
know,
hear me
no
because I muted
worries, Peaky
myself.
Cheek. Have a good night. I really hope things turn around. Good luck with everything, and I'll see you when I see you. There we go. Oh,
I
did you
got
destroy the?
everything.
Oh, you destroyed the case. Oh wait, you can destroy. I don't know. You can destroy those without destroying that thing.
I got soft tissues,
Nice. How many?
7, and an extractor, just one though. I'll put it in the boat.
Grab these plants here. You watching anything right now?
I'm trying to think. No, I started rewatching How I Met Your Mother.
Oh yeah, I never
Because
finished that.
I enjoyed it, then stopped liking it. Like I tried rewatching it again, like 2-3 years ago. Didn't really like it, but this time around, I'm sort of enjoying it. So
Yeah.
that's nice. But it's good.
Yeah, I think I watched
And
the
it's also
first 3
because
episodes.
I keep on rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Modern Family,
Oh
Phineas
yeah,
and
yeah.
Ferb, that I'm like I should add something new to the mix. Sorry, what were you saying?
I think I watched the first like 3 seasons,
Mm.
and then I think I started 4, but I started kind of falling off a little bit. I think, or maybe it was the first 4 seasons. I can't remember. I'm rereading Unordinary again, which
Hear me out. It's on my list.
yeah, let's
I
see.
just haven't read it.
Yeah.
But it's on my list.
Yeah.
Can confirm on my list.
On the list, on the bottom of your drawer.
No.
Maybe a
It's
little
on my
soggy.
list. I just have let's see. Every time I feel like I'm gonna clean something up. Okay. How much is in my default? Why is there not a counter here? Wait, here, let me just select all. This is all in red stuff right now, okay? So if I click, how do I select all? 537s that I need to catch up on, and then there's 50 on my plan to read list.
It's a good thing Unordinary is number 1. Good thing Unordinary is number 1.
Actually, One Piece is on the number 1, and then Unordinary.
No, it's too long. It's too long. I took a break from One Piece.
One Piece, 1,000 chapters. If I could read about, no, I need like a dedicated month of just reading One Piece.
Yeah. I blitzed through, like I blitzed through, comics, and it's just like this never-ending hill.
I do too, but that's also why I feel like I don't watch a lot of anime, because I'd rather just quickly read through the month.
Yeah, I don't have enough time usually to watch like an episode here and there. Like with reading, I can just kind of do it whenever. Bathroom break, in between something. I got hooked though because it's like what was it, solo
Solo leveling.
Yeah, it just came out with the anime. So I
Mm.
started reading that. I'm like, fuck, it's just so slow compared to. And I ended up just rereading the entire series again.
Yeah, I'd rather just reread everything. Solo leveling's also on my list to read as well. There's some things on my list to read where I've actually read it before, but there was too much of a gap between when I last read it or when it last updated
Oh yeah.
and now. That is on my plan to reread.
You still use that like Yamagotchi or whatever it's called?
Yeah, yeah, I definitely use Yamagotchi.
Yeah.
No, Tachiyomi stopped updating, so I use Mihon now, which is basically the brother application.
Meepo?
Mihon.
Oh,
Mihon.
you have to send that to me.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
Because
Tamagotchi? What's the one?
Tamagotchi.
What's the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tamagotchi. It still works, but you have to refresh it every time.
Mihon is I think at Tachiyomi they stopped updating it, but Mihon they'll start updating that app now.
Yeah, there's like in their like options menu, if you input like basically like it disables like a filter, I think for like legal
Mm.
reasons. So then when you put that in there, you can just you have to refresh, basically reselect the site you're going to use every time, and it'll update. But it
Oh.
won't. It's not as like user friendly as it used to be.
Yeah, I think Mihon is like
Really
what
good.
old Tachiyomi.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
it's basically one for one. You have to do a little bit of a loop, like a little bit of a job to get access to some of the websites, but
Yeah.
overall it's pretty easy.
Yeah. One day I was like, what, what's happening? Why's Tamagotchi not working?
Well, I Tamagotchi, yeah, Mihon's the new one. I had to update. There was like a weird. Oh, you're on a rock. There was like a weird thing with Nihon if you updated the new Android. But if you downloaded Nihon Preview, it should have been fine.
Oh, okay. The other one I'm trying to bring myself to finish is fuck, what's it called? God of High School.
God of High School. Well, someone was just saying God of High School, and I was saying it starts to drag on.
My God, does it ever?
I can't stop it.
Oh my God, there's like 18 billion characters. I really like the start of it, like a lot. But yeah,
Mhm.
it got pretty sappy at some parts too. It just dragged. But I do want to finish it because I am curious. But it's been
Mm.
so long. It's been like such a long running series that like there's so many things that like you're like, oh my God, this character's back. I'm like, I don't even remember who this is. Like, and then you look at the comments and it's like, oh, it was like 300 chapters ago.
Yeah. No, I get that. I remember really liking it, but there was just one part where I was like, nope, can't. Like, I like was just like, this is so slow going that I had to just stop. It stopped in the middle, can never pick it back up. Yeah, that's me too.
Yeah, it happens with a lot. Or sometimes I get like so into it, and then the moment I caught, like I think that was another problem with it, was if it
Mm.
was done when I was reading it,
Mm.
I think I would have been fine to go through it, but, oh shit. But because I'm waiting week after week for it to come out, and when on those slow bits, it
Yeah.
feels even slower.
Yeah, I think that's what happened with me too with that where I was caught up and then just waiting the week by week really just fucked me.
'Cause I got into that pretty early too. When it was actually about high school.
There's another. Is it called The Gamer? I think it's
Yeah.
finished. That one was really good. I
Yeah,
remember liking it.
I caught up, and then did they actually finish it?
I think I finished it.
Okay.
Or wait, The Gamer's finished? Maybe I didn't finish it. Maybe I had to drop it because my phone broke.
Yeah, I gotta take. I kind of. I fell
Oh, I
off
caught
that
up
one.
then.
Yeah, I caught up and then held off.
Mm.
Why do I have no stamina? Oh shit. Okay. I don't have. One punch though. Oh my god, that one sucks waiting for.
Oh no, I haven't read One Punch.
I love One Punch.
I think I'm good watching the anime. The one season that I watched.